Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
An exciting week of golf all over the area, including the AT&T Byron Nelson. It's a major week of the PGA Tour champions, the LPGA in Virginia, and a fun one, the BMW Charity Pro-Am on theweb.com. With that, we welcome you. Say hi and hello to Golf Central. Ryan Burr with PGA Tour winner, Notah Begay, the Byron Nelson. No shortage of star power with the likes of DJ, Jason Day, Jordan Spieth. Let's throw in a little Sergio Garcia, the Masters champion, and we've got you covered. Let's get out to the action as Dustin Johnson, world number one, looking for a bounce back from a bit of a difficult week at the Players.
Yeah, a little bit of a difficult week. Wasn't on point with his ball striking. Did not feel comfortable, but getting things back and moving in the right direction with a beautiful approach there.
They make birdie there. Gets back to even par. DJ now at 11.
Well, this is his strength here. One of the perennial leaders in strokes gained off the tee. His length, but also with his accuracy, he's able to take on holes like this. Drivable par fours have become very popular now, especially for DJ when he hit it like that.
Yeah, seeking his 7th win in his last 21 worldwide starts. At times, he completely overpowered this golf course today.
Yeah, but as we saw there to start the show, and with this particular shot, it's these short clubs where he's really seen the huge improvements and have really propelled him to the top of the world rankings.
12th round of 67 or better. That's the most to anyone from 2009. Former world number one, Jason Day for the Big Bird.
Yeah, knocks it right into the center of the green. Probably not happy with that approach from 152, but elated with the result of that putt.
He did earn his first PGA Tour win at the Byron Nelson, so some good memories for Jason Day. This one off the cart path.
Yeah, you see players take this option from time to time when the drop options just aren't very good, and boy, oh boy, that was pretty salty right there.
Today showing the creativity that has made him one of the world's best. Now for birdie from the cart path.
Come on, Ryan. You don't hit it off the path if you can't make the putt.
But what a day. Moves to 2 under for Jason. Back-to-back birdies now at 16. This is his 3rd, and this is really unlucky.
Yeah, a couple gargantuan shots just to get within 50 yards and then hits a perfect line, and that's just an unfortunate break. And there's a bunker right behind where his ball's at. He's lucky it didn't creep over that little hump and go in there.
And likely would have had an easy birdie. Instead, he works to save par, but he gets that birdie back on 18. Maybe he was a little lucky here.
Well, absolutely, but you need a little bit of luck to pull yourself out of a slump for what Jason Day is used to, and that's the club that has kind of been holding him back, and good to see it turn into some good things.
268 for Day. Masters champion Sergio Garcia from the salad.
Yeah, just not really on top of his game. Perennial great ball striker, and did very well to get it on the green.
And he is the defending champ at the Byron Nelson, but last year he didn't have to play out of this stuff.
Yeah, this Bermuda rough around TPC Las Colinas World Challenge, and players world-class caliber like Sergio handle it well.
Does save par there now at 16. It's the par 5, his 3rd from the bunker, and his reaction would tell you.
Yeah, that's a shot, Ryan, that causes a lot of players problems because you just get way too much spin on it. And he had to carry that another 3 or 4 yards.
So Sergio not exactly pleased, but Jason Day and DJ were.
It was very difficult. I mean, it was blowing up to 20, 30 miles an hour at times out there, and get in at 2 under. I mean, hold a nice putt on 18. So good momentum building going into tomorrow's round.
I thought it was very difficult to judge, the wind and control the ball today. I felt like there was a lot of times I hit really good shots that didn't end up in good spots, and so I thought it was very difficult. But I got up and down from some tough spots a few times, and which kind of kept my round going, and ended up shooting a nice score.
And Notah, let's get to Jordan Spieth, another former world number one, missed another cut at the Players, and has a new putter in play this week. Tell me why.
Well, you try and make a few changes when things aren't really going well, and he's just trying to get some new feel in his hands. You look, they're considerably different. The one on the right is the putter that he's using this week, and it's got a slightly different hosel to it as it connects to the head of the putter, in contrast to his gamer, which he's used for so many years on the left, and it's face balanced. So when you look at those two types of putters, one's going to rotate with the stroke and the other is going to try and stay square.
Well, here's a great look at that new putter. Seems to be working well there. Interesting, his best career finish at the Byron Nelson was tied for 16th when he was 16 years old. How about this shot?
Yeah, trying to play his way out of trouble. A lot of risk here. There's water short and left of this green, and he had to get it over the water and try and hold the green. Not able to do that, but was able to get himself in a position where he could still save his par with a great bunker shot. And that's exactly what he did. Gave himself a great chance to walk off of there unscathed.
Yeah, but that putter would not cooperate from this short distance as it's a bogey for Jordan, and he falls to even par. Chance to get it back, though. Let's go to the 8th, the par 4. Now a 10-footer.
Yeah, and the range here, it's all speed. He should know these greens, as we saw when he was 16 years old at a Jesuit high school in Dallas, Texas. He's played here quite a number of times.
He started on the back nine, finished on the front birdie. 2 of his last 3 holes to get in at 2 under. You take a look at the strokes gained. The difference, and really it's of such a small sample size, just the 18 holes today. We'll see how this plays out over the week for Jordan as he switches to the new putter. Here's his thoughts after the round.
I'm not expecting any big shifts or anything. I'm just trying to improve my putting overall for the year, and this one I'm very comfortable lining the ball up from that mid-range and 10 feet and in. I feel like I know where I'm lined up, and that's where I kind of got a little bit off with my other putter, at least for now. So it was a good start with it. Made a couple good par saves and missed a couple as well. So it was kind of I would call it very similar putting day to what I've experienced this year, and I'm looking forward to dialing the speed in a little bit, and that'll hopefully improve it.
And check in with some of the leaders today. That would include Ricky Barnes, Nova.
Well, the guys up top of the leaderboard got out early this morning and got their work done, and their work was done very well with shots like that.
Yeah, Barnes shot a 6 under 64. He hit 4 fairways today, 4 of 14.
Yeah, that just tells you that the rough isn't all that penalizing this week, so it's probably going to favor some of the bombers, and Ricky is certainly not short.
So 6 under 64, James Hahn.
And this is a guy could miss 3 or 4 cuts and not worry about it. Got off to a great start and was very unlucky for that putt not to go.
Snaps a streak of 23 rounds without a score in the 60s. It was a 64 for Hahn on this given day. As you take a look at the leaderboard, early on was the time to be out there. You'd mentioned, Noda, those high winds. Earlier in the morning, some better scores as we got Hahn and Barnes both in there with 6 under 64s. We, of course, talked about Dustin Johnson with the 3 under 67. All in all, though, a good day for the leaders.
I went ahead and pulled driver on a lot of holes. Some of the holes where you see guys, it gives you a lot of options. You see a lot of guys lay back. I went ahead and was aggressive. I was driving it well, and fortunately finding fairways, and then leaving myself much shorter irons in, and able to take advantage on some of those holes.
I'm having signs. I think I've made the last 4 cuts or something, and not really put 4 rounds together. But I've had some signs out there where there are a couple of rounds that I'm hitting it well and not holding out well, and then the other way, and I'm always kind of hanging around even par. So it was nice to go out and actually shoot a 6 under instead of, your good rounds being 1 or 2 under.
I did a good job of just staying in the present, just making sure that I put myself in a position to at least make par out there and judge the wind correctly. Had a great conversation with my caddy on almost every hole, just trying to leave ourselves the best opportunity for birdie and if not par. So did a good job of that today, and looking forward to the challenge tomorrow.
Well, good news for those that are chasing the 2 leaders. History says that both guys have struggled this year. We'll see if they can hang on to that lead. Ricky Barnes, 8 times he's held the lead or co-lead. He's never won. And for James Hahn, as we said, this is kind of out of the blue after 23 consecutive rounds not in the 60s. Still to come here on Golf Central. Jack's major record on the PGA Tour Champions or on the PGA Tour seems safe, but not the case on the PGA Tour Champions. Can Bernhard Langer catch the Golden Bear? Lexi Thompson back in action and arriving in style. Wait till you see how Lexi arrived at her Pro-Am on Wednesday. And it's a first on the Web.com Tour. Range finders in use for the first time. Did they help speed up play? We'll find out straight ahead.
Golf Central is brought to you by the new Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Choose the best for your game. Shipsticks, the largest golf bag shipping company in the world, simplifying the way you travel.